Hey, hey. Yes, indeed, we are back again. It is your guy, Coach Mark, aka Mark My Words. This is Manhood, Health and Wellness on a Thursday night. So come on and get comfortable. We're going to talk all things health and wellness this evening. All right. So if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. On Manhood, Health and Wellness, which airs Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk about all things health and wellness. So people write their questions, they email me with questions or submissions. All right, situations that they're going through that regard health and wellness. And I just give them advice on it. And in the chat, you can also give them advice and help answer their questions as well. All right. So that is what we do here on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, if it is your first time visiting the channel, once again, we talk about masculinity, we talk about health and wellness, we talk about relationships, we talk about fatherhood and things like spirituality, just amongst amongst a myriad of things that men go through on a daily basis. So if you like the channel, if you like the content, if you like the information, please do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe. All right. Turn your notifications on so that way you'll get notified if I have a new drop or if a short comes through or if a live is coming on when you're on YouTube. All right. So hit the notification button. Also, share the post with somebody that you know, share the video, share the live. Okay. Now, what happens when you share the live with someone that you care about or that you know? They will get information that you did not get from the live or the video. Okay. And it helps them. So you might have gotten a few things that you can implement into your daily walk, but they'll get totally different things from the video or the live, and they can implement that into their lives. And it shows that you give a damn about them. Okay. When we share information as men, we show that we give a damn about each other. So do me a favor and share. All right. So if you have a question, submission, or you have some type of situation that you'd like me to feature on a live or talk about, perhaps email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. The email is in the description. Also, if you are interested in some one-on-one coaching, if you need someone to focus on you and help you with a plan so that you can focus on getting better in a lot of areas in your life, okay? Please do me a favor, go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line, figure out if we can establish your relationship, if I'm a good coach for you, or if I need to help hook you up with a different type of coach, because you might need one of those. All right. But either way, go down in the description, book a call. Let's make the first step and you getting better. All right. So let's do that. Now, I have a few questions for you this evening. And we're gonna get to them. All right. I don't like to waste too much time on this here live on a Thursday. All right. So it's Manhood, Health and Wellness. Welcome in. I'm a 45-year-old man who lifts weights 3 times a week and plays basketball on the weekends. How can I maintain my muscle mass while keeping my joints healthy as I get older? Okay, great question, brother. Because one thing is for sure, every person in this room is getting a little bit older day by day. All right. So it is very important that we do things a little bit differently than we did before, or that we are very, very consistent as we age to make sure that our joints and muscles stay active. Now, 45 years old, you're at a great age. We were told at some point that as soon as you hit 30 or 35, your life is like over. Your knees give out on you, your back starts hurting, you don't get sleep, you can't have sex anymore, you're just done. That doesn't make any sense. As a human, you're designed to be able to stick around for 100, 110 years, right? Now, that's normally the longest that we stick around. But a lot of us have grandparents that lived till they were 85, 90, 92 years old, 83, 84. Why would your life be over as soon as you hit 40? That doesn't make sense, okay? The human body was made to move and it was made to perform, okay? So you asked, how can I keep muscle mass and keep my joints healthy as I get older, okay? So the first thing that you should be doing is lifting weights, and that's what you're doing, some type of strength training. And guys, we have to understand, lifting heavy is great. Lifting light is great. Using bands is great. Doing body weight exercises is great. It's all strength training. You're training your body to get stronger. That's what strength training is, okay? So in any capacity, if you lift weights 3 times a week, bro, that's the magic number. That 3 times a week is about every other day. That ends up being 12 days out of a 30-day month. And that means you have 4 days of rest. And that's really, really good, because if you hit it hard enough, during those 3 days and you take it seriously, bro, you will see a lot of good results. And this is what's crazy. A lot of times I have guys asking me, how can I maintain my muscle at this age? But bro, I'm a firm believer that maintenance is a scary, scary zone. You're either getting stronger, bro, or you're getting weaker. That's how I feel about it. So you have to be pressing towards getting stronger. And that just might mean, bro, every machine that you're on, you go up 5 pounds every couple weeks, or every week, every 2 weeks, or you just do one more rep. You know what I mean? So you have to add things to your workout so that you're getting stronger and you feel better. Also, mentally, that keeps you going. Now, you talked about playing basketball on the weekends. That's also a great, great, great activity. Let me tell you guys something. When you play basketball, when you play soccer, when you play tennis, when you play beach volleyball, okay? Just for examples, your entire body has to move. Your fast twitch muscles have to be on. You have to move without thinking. You have to jump up and down. You have to move laterally. You have to speed up, then slow down, go forward, go in reverse. Bro, basketball is a great, great, great sport for you to play on the weekend. And it's a great activity for you to stay agile. You don't realize it because you probably feel like, oh, I don't move as quickly as I did when I was younger. I can't jump as high as I did when I was younger. But let me tell you something, bro. You perform just about every single movement when you play a game of basketball. So if you're playing every single weekend, that's a really good way for your body to get cardiovascular training. So you were talking about how to keep your joints healthy. Okay, bro, you got to stretch. You have to stretch. Rest and recovery is just as important as training. Rest and recovery is just as important as training. If you look at a professional athlete, they always show them working out or playing the game. But you don't realize the other 22 hours of the day, bro, they're doing some type of rest or recovery. And what I find to be very, very, very beneficial is stretching. So those days that you don't lift weights, you should be stretching for 45 minutes or an hour, bro. Stretching, sauna, whirlpool, cold tub, steam room, whatever makes you feel good. Take a yoga class, bro. I'm telling you, take a yoga class. We rarely do that as men, but I'm telling you, that's why if you ever look at the faces of women who come out of a yoga class, bro, it's always relief. It's always relief on their face because they do movements, they stretch their body, they push their muscles to the limit so that their body can feel good. And it's all about you feeling good. So I would say stretch and concentrate on rest and recovery, meaning those days that you're off, that doesn't mean you do nothing. You intentionally go and stretch. You intentionally go sit in a sauna. You intentionally go take a yoga class. Okay. You'll start to feel yourself. You will start to feel that your recovery times are quicker. Like after you lift weights, instead of being sore for a whole day, you might be sore for half a day or just a couple hours, or you might not even get sore at all. And then after playing basketball as well, if you start to get into that cold tub, using the sauna to your advantage, stretching after you play basketball, you will start to see that those aches and pains you normally have hours later, they will disappear. All right. But that was a very important question, man. And I'm glad that you're lifting weights and playing basketball. Guys, we have to combine strength training with movement. Okay? Strength training and movement. And that doesn't mean you have to do them simultaneously. You don't have to do it at the same time. Meaning you don't have to get off the squat rack and then go ride the bike for 5 minutes and then come back to the squat rack. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about every other day. If you can do listen, it doesn't have to be steady state cardio. It can be HIIT training. But guys, you got to move your body, jump up and down, run back and forth, go side to side. It all helps. All right. So that was a really good one. Now, next, I work at a desk job and I notice my lower back pain is getting worse. What stretches or exercises can I do daily to strengthen my core and improve posture? That's very, very good, brother. And there are a lot of us who work desk jobs. Even people that work for themselves, a lot of times, they end up sitting at the desk at home, the home office. They end up sitting for hours and hours a day. They said sitting is the new smoking, right? So seems like his lower back pain is getting worse. Now, first off, bro, if you're experiencing like real pain, I would suggest going to your doctor, getting a script to go see your chiropractor perhaps, or go to some physical therapy because you can't play around with your lower back. Now, obviously, there are some flexibility issues, right? There's probably some lack of movement that you're dealing with. But bro, it's better to be safe than sorry, because if your lower back is shot, everything is connected and you won't be able to do anything. So I would schedule an appointment immediately, okay? And go through whatever protocols they recommend. Whatever protocols they recommend. Now, you did say which stretches or exercises are good to strengthen your core and improve your posture. Okay. So for me, when I have lower back pain or I'm just experiencing, I feel like my lower back is weak, I need to do stabilization core movements, right? So that would be your planks. Okay. Any variation of planks, they're awesome for you, right? Because they force you to stabilize your core, and your core includes your lower back. Imagine that, right? So anytime you start get proficient at those, you will see your lower back pain start to disappear. Now, again, I'm asking you to go see your doctor first and make sure that there's nothing wrong. But if they say nothing's wrong, I think planks are great. And I think a great suggestion is, bro, start a plank challenge. You can look online and find a 30-day plank challenge. It might start doing 15-second planks. Next thing you know, you're doing 2 minutes. Next thing you know, at the end of it, you might be doing 4 minutes. Okay. But obviously, if you're able to do that at the end of it, your core is getting stronger, which includes your lower back. Okay. Now, also, as far as core movements are concerned, I like things where a dead hang, right? And that's not really a core movement. A lot of people just go do dead hangs to loosen their back. And that's something that we rarely do. Okay, so go find a bar somewhere. You can do it outside of the playground. Grab onto the bar like you would when you were a kid and just hang. As long as your feet are off the ground, bro, that's a good dead hang. You do it for 15, 20 seconds and you get down. You rest for about 30 seconds, then you do it again. What you will find is that to me, your entire back is stretched out. Your core gets a really good stretch because you're just hanging there. And again, you'll get better at it. It does work on your grip strength as well, but we're talking about your core and your lower back. So the dead hang is something that you see a lot of guys do at the gym before they get into their training sessions, because it forces your body to loosen up. It forces your lower back to loosen up. Some guys twist with it so that you can just get that movement and work out the kinks. All right. But I do want you to go see your doctor and make sure that nothing's going on with your lower back. But bro, that was a good question. I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people sit at their desks all day long. And I mean, for hours and hours and hours. And if we sit too long, bro, without movement, we're going to see all types of problems, not just lower back. All right. That was a real good one. Now, if you have a question for me, if you have a submission, please email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is coachmark22@gmail.com. So for the next one, as a busy father, I often skip meals and rely on quick snacks. What are some simple high protein meals I can prepare in under 15 minutes? Boy, oh boy, my man. Now, you will hear me say this a lot during the Q&A, okay? You will hear me say, man, that was a good one. But guys, honestly, the old cliche, no question is a bad question. It sounds very cliche and corny, but it's true, because all of these situations are things that I've gone through myself. So I know you guys are going through it. All right. So as a busy father, he often skips meals and relies on snacks. Boy, oh boy, is that not most of our lives? That is most of our lives. And this is what we'll do. We'll have a good breakfast. We'll have a very adequate lunch. Gets to about 3 or 4, we're trying to hurry up and get work done so we can leave and go get the kids and do whatever the kids got to do. So we might grab a snack, right? Now we're a little bit hungry till 6, 7 o'clock till their practice is over. We get home, everybody gets cleaned up. We don't eat until 8, 9 o'clock. That's where most of us fail. Most of us fail with our nutrition after 2 p.m. We do pretty good before 2. It's after 2. Okay? So let me help you with something. So I understand this is pretty hard, man. I understand this is hard. Meal prepping is very, very hard. It's very hard. But bro, you have to plan ahead. You have to plan ahead. If the kids have practice, if you have running around to do as a dad in the evenings, you cannot wait to eat. So we often will pack something to cook for. We will pack something to take to work that we can eat at lunchtime, 12 o'clock, right? But normally, if our day's going normal, we could probably go get something to eat at 12. You could go get something to eat at 12. I would tell you that you need to pack something to eat right before you leave work, right before you leave, as soon as you get in the car. Because what ends up happening is, again, most likely you'll have some options at lunch. You can order in. Or you can bring two things. We never plan for that time period from about 3 to 5 or 6 p.m. That's the tough time because a lot of things happen. When you don't eat, number one, you're going to grab a snack because you're hungry. When you grab the snack, it's going to be an unhealthy snack because it's from somewhere convenient, like a convenience store, okay? Or even fast food. You're not going to fill yourself up because you know you have dinner later. So it's going to be something that's high in carbs, high in sugar. It's not going to be that satiating like a bag of chips. You get that. It's an insulin spike. You then wait another 2 to 3 hours. So now you're starving by the time you get home. And guess what you end up eating? Whatever's in front of you, whatever's the quickest, whatever you can get your hands on. Two things happen later at night. When you're super hungry late at night, you're going to make a bad choice because your body craves different things at different times of the day. But also, you've made thousands of choices all day. Turn left or turn right. Use my turn signal. Don't use my turn signal. Wash my hands before I get out of the bathroom. Tie my shoes because I can feel my shoes getting unlaced. You make all these choices. By the end of the night, you're tired of making choices. So you make bad ones. You understand? So now at the end of the night, not only do you eat too much because you're hungry, most of the foods are high in carbs, high in sugar, perhaps. They're not the meals that you should be eating at night. And then you overeat. And again, instead of you taking your time to cook something a little healthier, you'll eat something bad. So the problem with that situation, I don't think it's about preparing foods under 15 minutes, because I'm getting from what you said and what most guys go through is that you don't really have time to prepare meals, but you do need to plan ahead. So that means when you pack lunch, you need to pack 2 of them. Whatever you're going to eat for lunch, fam, pack 2 of them. If it's going to be a sandwich, an apple, an orange, a banana, and some water, then 2 of them. It's that period of time from about 2 or 3 o'clock to 7. And bro, you cannot go that long without eating. You understand? So then you're eating late. You're eating bad when you're eating late. You're going to bed later because your food's still digesting. It's a whole thing, bro. It's a whole process. And that's why a lot of us put on weight, man, especially as middle-aged fathers, okay? So we just got to do better with planning your meals during the day. But that middle period of the day, that 2 to 6, man, is crucial. Do you understand? And not to mention, 5 days a week, bro. Let's just say you're eating a bag of chips. It's 5 bags of chips, bro, in a week. 5 bags of chips. And I don't think any of us need to be eating 5 bags of chips in a week, dog. I'm gonna just be honest with you. All right. But real important question, man, because a lot of us are busy fathers. So I'm glad you wrote in. All right. So another one. I've been told my testosterone levels are low. What natural lifestyle changes can help boost them before I consider medical treatments? Very important. And very relevant question because a lot of guys are on TRT right now. That is testosterone replacement therapy. There's nothing wrong with it. Okay. So some people really need it. But what we're seeing people do is go to TRT before making lifestyle changes. Okay. So that's like taking steroids, but you don't go to the gym. If you don't make the lifestyle changes, bro, the TRT, first of all, it's not even going to work as well as it can. But most likely you'll be taking something that you shouldn't have been taking in the first place because you needed to make lifestyle changes. Okay. So let me just help you with something because we've all been there. You know how we know we all been there? Because we have a period of time where our testosterone was low. Then we start getting our life together. And then our testosterone goes up. And we really realize how low it was. You understand? Okay. So I've been there too. Number one, bro, the best time for your body to produce testosterone is when you sleep, when your body's at rest. So if you are not getting adequate amounts of sleep on a nightly basis, you are failing. Okay? Go to bed around the same time and wake up at the same time, bro. You got to have a bedtime. And I've been there, dog. I just go to bed when I get tired. You know what I mean? I'm watching the game. I might go to bed tonight at 11 o'clock. Tomorrow it might be 12. The next day it might be 9. Your circadian rhythm is all jacked up. You understand? You have to get adequate sleep. So that means having a bedtime. Let's just say it's 10 to 6. Bro, if you're getting 7 to 8 hours of adequate sleep on a nightly basis, your testosterone levels will go up. They have no choice but to go up. You ever sleep in on a Saturday or a Sunday and you wake up feeling refreshed and energized? Imagine that. So one of the results of that is your testosterone levels going up, okay? Also, your diet, sir. Your diet. Now, we call it diet, but let's just say eating habits. Your eating habits, brother. If it's high in carbs, high in grease, high in fried foods, high in processed foods, high in sugar, your testosterone levels will suffer because of it. Now, for some of you, I just described your entire meal plan, right? So what we just do is, bro, first of all, if you're not eating that good. Let's stop acting like hey, bro, everybody on here understands when we're not eating that well. We're just on something like, you know what? I just been killing it lately. I just ain't been eating good. I'm going to get my life together next month. Well, I'm just letting you know that the foods that you eat are tearing your testosterone down, bro. And they're not allowing your body to produce adequate testosterone. So I would say remove some foods. So if you're on fried foods, remove fried foods this week. And then next week, try to reduce your sugar. And when I say try to reduce your sugar, bro, you know what that means. Normally it's the snacks. Normally it's the snacks that are high in sugar. The cookies, the cakes, the desserts, all of that. If you normally eat a pack of 12 cookies, and trust me, I know how it is to eat 24 cookies just sitting there watching the game, then reduce that to 12 and reduce it to 6 and reduce it to 0. You will see yourself start to get better. Also, bro, if you're eating a lot of red meat, that normally comes with a lot of grease, and you normally eat bread with it. So your carb intake is high. You understand? So once you reduce your carbs, reduce your sugar, okay, reduce your processed food, your snacks, you will find yourself starting to be forced to eat more protein. And protein is a building block. So I would say your sleep, getting adequate sleep and going to sleep at the same time, getting your circadian rhythm in check. Removing some bad foods out your diet. That's going to help you right away, okay? And then thirdly, I'm sure you can guess it, is exercise. And dog, listen to me. That might mean you just need to walk every day. Walk. Exercise is anything you do to move your body that could possibly cause you to sweat. That's what I call exercise. Hey, for some people, that's walking, dog. For a lot of people, that's walking. Let's be clear. Matter of fact, every dude that you follow on IG or Facebook or Twitter, TikTok that you admire physically, they walk. They do. That's not all that they do, but that's involved in their program, bro. Trust me on that. 15 to 30 minutes a day. 15 to 30 minutes a day. So if you do those three things, I would say try that for 30, 60 to 90 days before going to get treated medically for your testosterone. Now, if those things don't work and you know that you've been on a plan and you know it for sure, then go seek medical treatment. But a lot of times when they pull your blood, they pull you and do your panels, bro. They'll show you that you're deficient in some vital vitamins and minerals that you need. Okay, so your levels might be down. I know for me, I was low on iron before. Okay, I would have never guessed it. But once I got my iron up, all of a sudden now I'm not feeling like I need to go get on some TRT. You understand what I mean? So it's very important to make the lifestyle changes first, because if you go and you get your blood drawn and some of your levels are down, bro, your doctor's going to say, oh, you need to change your diet, get some sleep, and you need to exercise, boom, boom, and come back to me. So you might as well do that first, then go get your blood drawn, see where your levels are at. And something tells me, bro, that you might not need medical treatment like you think you do. All right. Very important question, and good lifestyle shit, because your testosterone does go down as you get older, but bro, it mainly goes down because we don't do what we're supposed to do. You can't drink every day, have a messed up sleep schedule, and never move your body and think that your testosterone will not dip. It will. Absolutely. Okay. So let's be mindful of that. Now, if you have a question or a submission for me, if you have an email or something that you want me to bring up on a Q&A, please do so at coachmark22@gmail.com. All right. I greatly appreciate it, baby. And I will get to all questions. All right. Now, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds, but I don't want to lose muscle in the process. How should I adjust my diet and workouts to focus on fat loss while staying strong? That's a very good one, sir. A lot of men go through that. Okay. As we get older, we seem to, carry a little bit more weight, which is not always a bad thing. So how do you lose 20 pounds? Maintain your muscle structure. Okay. Maintain your muscle mass, I should say, and lose fat while staying strong. All right. So a lot of people want to do that. What I found to be the most effective way, one of the most effective ways, okay, is to get stronger. It seems weird. Seems really weird because you're trying to lose weight. We always would think that means we have to do a bunch of cardio. We have to sweat a lot. We have to eat less. We have to lift lighter. And that's going to make us lose weight. But when we lose, a lot of times, bro, you think you need to lose 20 pounds when actually you just need to lose body fat. Okay. You want your body fat percentage to go down because guaranteed, if you were wearing the size you want to wear, and if you look nice in the mirror, you wouldn't care how much you weigh. You wouldn't care how much you weigh. Most likely you need to lose body fat. Most likely that is your diet. And you need to get stronger. When people turn it up on their diet, and that just means getting a little bit more meticulous with it, right? So something happens when you start tracking your food. You start being aware. That's the biggest thing, is the awareness. Guys that track their food, bro, they don't eat as good as you think. They are just very aware. So they know, oh yeah, it seems like it wouldn't be a big deal to eat these 2 crimpets. But the guy who tracks his food knows that takes his sugar intake for the day from 10 grams of sugar to 92 grams of sugar. And it's not worth it. Empty calories. Okay? So to lose body fat, because I think that's probably what you want to do. Normally, if guys have muscle, that means you're working out. Okay? You probably have the love handles. Your stomach might be a little bit too big. You're not seeing the cuts that you want to see. Okay? So you actually want to turn it up in the gym, because you want to get stronger. You want to press your body more. Okay. You want to work your body. You want to work your muscles. You want to make sure that you're building muscle. Okay. As you're building muscle, it's easier just to change your diet up and get more protein, cut out the carbs and the sugar. Now it sounds like the answer I was giving the last guy. But I'm telling you, if you were to track your food, if you were to just track it for a week, right now, what you're eating right now, you will probably find out that you're eating too many grams of carbs per day and that your sugar intake is probably too high. And if you cut both of those down, and the way you cut those down is to add more protein in. So simply, if you have a plate and your plate is a chicken sandwich with, let's just say you got broccoli and a baked potato. Okay. I would say have 2 grilled chicken breasts instead of the baked potato and your vegetables. You understand what I mean? So therefore, your protein goes up, your carbs go down, your sugar normally goes down. It's not so much the baked potato, but what we put on the baked potato, the butter, the sour cream, whatever else we add to it. Okay. So when you take your carbs down, when you take your sugar down a little bit, you increase your protein, you will see your body fat start to go down. There's a lot of guys who don't lose weight, but they lose body fat, and they call it a cut, and it looks like they lost 30 pounds. They might only drop 6 pounds on the scale, but their body fat percentage went down. Okay. That means the percentage of their body that is fat. Okay. So continue to take your weight training seriously. You don't have to change up your routine, but you just might want to concentrate on getting stronger, like really become intentional on your progressive overload, which just means, you're adding weight to your program. So if you're squatting 100 pounds every Monday, Let's turn it up. Let's put it on 110. Let's stay at 110 until we can go up to 120. All right. So as you get stronger, you'll see more muscle develop and you will see your body fat go down if you increase your protein, take your carbs and your sugar away. All right. It's that simple. And it's not as hard as what you think, bro. You just got to track your food a little bit. Okay. So, very important one. There are many, many guys, and that 20 to 30 pounds seems to be the magic number. I need to lose 20 or 30, bro. I need to lose 20 or 30. So many of us. All right. I've been there too. Normally, it's through our food, man. I ain't even going to lie to you. A lot of you guys are actually moving, even if it's just at work. You're getting in a lot of steps and you're moving. So, that little bit of weight loss, the body fat loss can come with just you cutting some things out. All right. So I got another one. I've noticed a drop in my sex drive over the last year. I'm only in my early 40s. What lifestyle changes like diet, exercise, or sleep can help me naturally improve my sexual health and performance? Well, good Lord. Let's get to the nitty gritty tonight. Okay. Let me tell you something, guys. As a man, if you are not performing well in the bedroom, it will impact you. You'll be stressed out about it. Your confidence goes down. Huh? There'll be a separation in your relationship because women start to think that they're doing something wrong, that you're not interested in them, right? You are losing confidence because as a man, you want to satisfy your lady. As a man, you want to be a champion in the bedroom. So all types of things fall to the wayside, bro. And it's funny because you said diet, exercise, or sleep. Well, all three, homie. I'm telling you, all three have something to do with it. But let's take it a step further because we all listen. Diet, exercise, and sleep are always going to be your three main components to staying healthy outside of your sexual life. But if you're not performing sexually and if you're not turned on, you're not aroused, your body's not healthy most of the time. Most of the time, that's signifying that's a signal that you're having an issue. Well, what type of stress you got in your life? You ever remember when you were young and you were trying to make out with a girl at your house or behind your house or in your car or something, and either your mom came in or her mom came in, or you heard your mom's voice and automatically it turned you off, right? Turned you off because it was stress. It was a different type of stress than what you go through now. Stress nonetheless. Guaranteed if your mom walked in on you and your wife, you would probably stop having sex, sir. Okay? Well, that's what stress does to us. It makes it hard for us to concentrate and relax at the same time. Now you want to concentrate in the bedroom and relax, and you hear your kids outside your door, you can't do it. So if your stress levels are high, sir, if you're stressed about work, stressed about your finances, if you and your wife are arguing all the time about things that don't matter, huh? You can be stressed about things that are going on with your family. It's going to impact your sexual health, sir. So if you've been dieting and exercising and you've been sleeping well and you're still having issues, you got to check your stress. So honestly, that's right up there with the diet and exercise, bro, because you can be looking great, but if your mind is somewhere else, man, it's just somewhere else, you know? And so the things that we can control, we have to control about our stress. We have to control the things we can. So that means people that get on your nerves, we got to minimize those conversations. Things that are going on in the news that we can't control. We got to stop watching the news so much. Things that stress us out that we look at on social media. Man, we got to stop being on social media so much. We're debating about sports, bro. We're arguing every day. Think about this. You go to work and you debate about sports every day. That's an argument. Debate is a classy way of saying argument. You understand? If you're doing that every day, fam, that's stressful because nobody wins. You understand? So you could be experiencing a lot of stress. And I see a lot of men who go right to diet and exercise. Well, the thing is, when I coach a guy and he's healthy as a man, as an 18-year-old soccer player, I'm like, bro, it ain't your physical health. It's your mental health. It has to be your stress because you're healthier than most men your age. We rarely check our stress. We just deal with it. But if it's affecting you in the bedroom, Playboy, you need to get it under wraps. You You need to get it checked. Okay. And most of the time, it's things that we can control. We got to say no to people, and we got to dodge some phone calls, get off social media so much, stop watching the news. That's my advice to you. But I'm really glad you said that. We deal with a lot of stress, man. We deal with a lot of stress, and it affects us everywhere. The bedroom, as a father, in our spiritual life, with our finances. When we're stressed out, we don't make good decisions. Hey, bro, it affects you everywhere. So we got to stay on top of that. All right. So if you have a question like that, or some type of submission about stress, perhaps diet, exercise, sexual health, please email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is Coach Mark with AC 22@gmail.com. All right. Now, I got a couple more for you guys tonight. So let's get to them. As a man, I feel like I can't let anyone see me stressed, but the pressure is building up. What are some ways to manage stress that still feel masculine and practical? Very important, my brother. So I just want to dive into it with him. He says like he does not want to let anyone see him stressed, right? First off, bro, like you are a human being. I know you are a man, and you're trying to operate as though you are a man, okay? And you are one. Being stressed out is not a horrible thing. Your favorite athletes are stressed out sometimes, right? Your favorite coach, your favorite pastor, your favorite leader, your favorite CEO, they're stressed out sometimes, bro, because they're human beings first. So every human being gets stressed out, bro. It's animals that get stressed out. So I understand you don't want people to see you stressed out, but it's a part of life. So I would get over that if I was you, all right? Now, you said the pressure is building up. So one of the things I always suggest, bro, is that you take walks. I take daily walks, bro. I try to take 2 walks a day. Now, I like getting my steps in, but I take one in the very, very beginning of the day. After I get dressed to go to the gym, I take a walk just to clear my mind, bro. Whatever's hanging on from last night, I clear it out. I talk to myself. I don't take AirPods. I don't take music. I just like to clear my mind for about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? So walking is good. I also do it in the evening, but also too, right? Prayer. Now, we haven't talked about spirituality tonight because we're on health and wellness, but spirituality is part of your wellness. I don't care what religion you subscribe to, fam. And it doesn't have to be a religion. Find a quiet place, close your eyes, and get centered with the creator that you feel like created you. And if that's the universe, then you pray to the universe, family. But you will never get up from a couple minutes of prayer feeling worse than what you felt when you got on your knees. Never. It's not possible. Okay? Thirdly, we have to have a couple people who are good listeners. Some of you have a lot of people that come to you with problems, and you're the listener. You're the guy that listens to everybody. But who listens to you? You got to have a couple people, bro. That person might not look like you. They might not have as much money as you. They might not know you that well. They might be somebody at work that sits alone. Hey, bro, at lunch. Hey, bro, you mind if I come talk to you every day at lunch for like 5-10 minutes? Oh, yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I just need you to listen. I'll be stressed out and shit. All right, cool. Never know. So, bro, you got to have somebody that you can talk to when you're stressed out. Praying is a great way for you to release stress and actually put hope in dire situations. Meaning, so when you pray and you're like, I don't know what's going to happen with this financial situation I'm in, but I pray that you help me find an answer. And then you become relieved. You understand? And also, bro, when you walk outside, and again, we talking 15 minutes. We're talking 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, 15 minutes when you get home from work, perhaps 15 minutes on lunch. Everybody got 30 minutes. None of y'all that busy. You understand? You will see that the stress will start to lower itself. And I mean immediately, fam. Immediately. All right. That's from me to you. All right. Now, if you have a question or submission like this, please email me at CoachMark22. And also, if you are the guy that's super stressed out, you might be having sexual problems. Your diet might be an issue. Okay. You might need a workout plan because you just can't seem to get it together in the gym. If you feel like you need some one-on-one coaching and attention, please go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll see if we're a good fit. Okay. We'll see if we can come up with a plan for you to try to help you reach your goals and become the man that you know you need to be. So go down in the description, book a call with me. We'll get online. We'll figure it out. All right. Now, I think I got one or two more tonight. I've been lifting for years, but I've never focused on stretching and flexibility. Now I feel stiff all the time. What are some key mobility moves every man over 40 should be doing daily? Over 40 crowd. Welcome, right? So he says he's been lifting for years, but he's never focused on stretching and flexibility. So this is what happens. Whatever we do for years will show up years later. Okay. So if you drink hard liquor for 40 years, you're going to look like someone who drank hard liquor for 40 years. You understand? If you've been in the gym for 40 years, bro, and you just think you're going to throw around a bunch of heavy weights and you're not going to stretch, you're not going to focus on mobility, you're not going to worry about flexibility because you just want to be big and jacked, then you are going to look like the guy who's big and jacked and stiff. Okay? So now you feel stiff all the time. Well, first of all, it's obviously because you've never focused on stretching and flexibility. But you know what I love about the submission is that he already knows what he's doing wrong. And he's man enough to admit that he hasn't been doing it. Well, guys, part of solving a problem is knowing the problem. How can you solve a problem when you don't have the numbers? He already gave me the numbers. So mobility moves that every man should be doing daily. Okay. So this is real simple. Can you touch your toes? Can you touch your toes? A lot of guys think, I should be able to touch my toes. That's a simple movement. Have you tried it lately? One of the first stretches we were taught when we were kids, bro. You're in gym class. You're in the first grade. They tell you to touch your toes. I know we just think it's something that they was trying to teach us in school just to do it. Bro, that stretch to me is the best stretch that the average person can do. There are some very, very dynamic stretches that they have and some positions you can be in that your entire body. I mean, it gets a lot of benefit from it. But we're talking about the average person who might not work out that much or might not have flexibility background. When you touch your toes, everything from probably your mid back on down. We're talking lower back. We're talking glutes. We're talking hamstrings. We're talking about your calves, your ankles, your quads. I'm talking about, bro, you feel it everywhere. And when you really get good at it, you start to feel it. When you duck your head under, you can feel it in your neck. You can feel it in your arms, bro, everywhere, touching your toes. So that's the number one, I would say, 5 times a day. Just touch your toes for 15, 20 seconds. And bro, guess what? If you can't touch your toes, number one, you got work to do. But number two, just keep going. Because when you keep doing it, you'll start to become more flexible. Okay. So touching your toes is a great, great, great stretch. Also, let's get down in what they call, well, first of all, there's a ton of squats, but a sumo squat. Okay. So that is when you squat as if you're going to go to the bathroom and you let your arms hang down in the middle of your feet. So you put your feet shoulder width apart or even wider, and you sink your butt down as low as you can, and you try to sit there. Just try to sit there. Now, again, might be hard. You might not have the balance. So you sit as far as you can. You come back up. This is a stretch. You're not trying to do squats. You're not trying to bust out a bunch of reps, bro, and build up your hamstrings. You're just trying to get a good deep stretch. So get down in that squat position. Get down on that squat position and just sit there. Just sit there. Again, 5 times a day. So you touch your toes for 20, 30 seconds. Then you get in the squat position for 20, 30 seconds. 5 different times a day. Again, flexibility. You'll start to see it. You'll start to see it. Oh, man, this is feeling a lot better. My bones aren't cracking when I do this anymore. Or you might hear your bones cracking, okay? But it's working every time you do it. Now, last stretch is throw your hands up to the sky, bro. Tilt your head back. See how far back you can tilt. Standing still, though, okay? So you want to reach your hands to the sky, tilt your head back, and look as far north as you can, okay? far north as you can, and you just try to hold it. We lose a lot of shoulder mobility because we're either sitting in a seated position like I am right now for hours and hours and hours, or performing hard labor as a man. We don't stretch out, we don't get loose, and we tear our shoulders up. So we rarely get into a position where we're reaching all the way up like this and just holding. So you'll probably experience a little bit of stiffness, a little bit of pain. But when you do that, combined with your head going back up, bro, again, you stretch some areas that aren't normally stretched. Okay? You will find if you do these 3 stretches, toe touches, deep sumo squat, and just raising your hands all the way up to the sky, reaching up to the sky, looking to the sky, the flexibility 5 times a day, bro. So we're talking 90 seconds total, 5 different times a day. 90 seconds total, 5 different times a day. What you will start finding is it makes you feel so good. This is what happens mentally, because your brain is a wonderful thing. You'll start saying to yourself, I wonder what would happen if I stretch like 15 minutes a day. I wonder what would happen if I stretch at 8 a.m., 12 p.m., 5 p.m. I wonder what would happen then. It starts to become a way of life. Bro, I have 3 to 4 days a week where I'm telling you, I stretch 45 minutes, bro. I stretch and warm up 45 minutes. It's just become a way of life now. I feel very flexible. I feel good. I feel like I can run sprints every day. I can lift weights every day. I don't, but I feel good enough to do it if I wanted to. Okay. Very important though, because bro, listen, we concentrate on getting strong. And if you're somebody who's lifted weights for a long period of time in your adult life, normally you're pretty strong, but we lose our flexibility, and we don't lose it because we're old. We lose it because we don't use it. You understand? We lose it because we don't use it. We don't concentrate on stretching. We don't concentrate on mobility. So we lose it. And when you're not mobile and you don't feel flexible, you know how that goes. You become lethargic. You become stiff. Certain things you don't want to do, you get lazy. It's a downhill spiral. All right? So great question, man. I'm glad you asked that. Now, if you have some questions like this that you would like to submit to me, please do so. CoachMark22@gmail.com. That is Coach Mark with a C, 22@gmail.com. And I will remind you, one-on-one coaching is available if you feel like that is a need for you. Go down to the description, book a call with me. We'll get on the line, see if we're a good fit. Maybe we can put you a plan together to help you out with maybe your spirituality, maybe your stress management, your nutrition, your exercise program, your strength training program, your sleep habits, perhaps. Okay? Whatever it is that you might be going through, we can figure it out. All right, go down to the description, book a call with me. And guys, listen, we come on here for a simple reason: to talk about and give answers to issues that men go through on a daily basis. That's it. It's not complicated. But we all need to be trying to become better. Hey, bro, let me tell you something. When you hit 35, 45, 40, 55, you either getting better or you getting worse. Ain't no more in the middle, homie. Ain't no more. No. Ain't no more in the middle. You either getting richer or you getting poorer. You either getting better looking or you getting worse looking. You're either more stressed out or you're less stressed. You understand? So we come on here to get better. So we talk about real issues. People are transparent. They send in great questions, and we try to give them the best advice possible. And we all get better as a unit. That's it. That's it, and that's all. All right? That's the plan, and that's the mission. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in with your boy today, man. It is your homie, Coach Mark, a.k.a. Mark My Words. I'll be back on y'all on Monday, all right? We Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to continue to get on here. We're going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to talk as a unit. We're going to continue to care about each other as men. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So I appreciate you for tuning in with your boy. It has been a pleasure, all right? It is your guy, Mark My Words.